here's one of our pairings for our rats. This is Miss Daisy, Miss Chupa, and Mr. Remy here. Here's your kisses. Thank you, Remy's. Thank you, Remy's. Oh, we got. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty girl. Look at kisses. Thank you so much. And you see, we have our beautiful patchwork, ever-going patchwork, so she is considered a werewolf. Oh, you got gunky eyes. It's time to clean them out. Time to clean them out. And then we have our blue point pearl here. And then, of course, Remy down here eating away. He is a ruby-eyed blue martin. And he's kind of like a hooded, kind of like a... Not really sure what you would consider him, honestly. I kind of lost track of what the heck I was calling him. Alright, so that's these guys. Let me take you on the tour down below. We have our second pairing down here. Watch out, babies. And we have Mr. Gizmo, who is our resident chocolate Silvermane, and he's also a Rex as well. Very minor Rex, more so Silvermane than anything. And then we have Miss Ducky, who will be our first time mom, and we're being very careful with her. And we also have a little bit younger female in here. This is Aurora. She's a Harley. She's a Siamese Harley. Get Mox. My dog's trying to get in and say hi. So these two females are going to be paired with him, and hopefully we have some good pregnancies, because he is like the sweetest bug in the whole world. He's like, get away from me, I'm trying to eat. No, Mox. My dog is over here sniffing and giving kisses. Come on, get. That's enough. That's enough. So those are our pairings. Don't mind my floor, I haven't cleaned yet. Those are my pairings. And then I've got some boys over here, 3 levels of boys. And then, of course, you know, my bun. I haven't cleaned my room up, so excuse it. I was just cleaning cages a little bit ago. And then some of my mice down here, as well as up there. I've got quite a few mice pairings. You hear them squeaking over there. But yeah, that's about it right now. This is my downstairs group. Oh, look at this mess. You get you guys making messes. I know that's your fault up here. Yes, hi Remy's. Hi Remy's. He's like, I need a drink. Alright, but yeah, these are the pairings I have at the moment. So hopefully we get some good babies, maybe by the end of the month, maybe, you know, late November, early December is what we're looking at, if we have any of the pairings that actually take. Thank you. So, that's what we got, and there's again, Mr. Ramster. Alright, so again, Ducky is one of the ones we're going to be very cautious with, only because we know she has, you know, she's not only hairless, and that's why we're breeding her with a nice fluffy guy, mainly because I'd like some standard babies, maybe some Rex or double Rex, but we're not going to get hairless out of that group for sure, so that's good. But in addition to that, we want to make sure we have 2 or 3 females readily available, just in case her litter and she does not isn't able to produce milk, like her having lactation issues. Sorry, it's early and I'm really tired. Can't do words. So, oh, their water bottle's empty. No wonder. I have to fill that right now. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of the basis of what we got going on. So down here we'll most likely have, like I said, some standard. It looks like most likely all Dumbo, because these guys are all Dumbo. We may have some Harley carriers. I doubt we'll have Harleys out of this group, because he is not a Harley carrier. Oh, he is just bouncing away. There you go, buddy. That's one way to get up there. But yeah, we might have some Harley carriers, but, well, we will have Harley carriers, but they will most likely not be Harleys themselves. They may be like fluffy Rex type, and we may possibly get a Harley Rex, like a Harlex, out of this group, but you know, you really just don't know, quite honestly. And hold on, I'm gonna try to stand up and get you real close here, because I just had back surgery, so we are not going up quickly anywhere. And like I said, up here We have the blue parent pearl, and I have my martin here. So we will most likely have between those two some standards, maybe Rex, possibly. But he is a standard year, and the other two are Dumbos. So both of my females are Dumbos. So we'll most likely have a few standard ear babies, a few Dumbo ear babies. We'll probably have black and red eyes, depending on, you know, I know her genes include some black eye Siamese and black eye points as well. And there's other pearls and cinnamon pearls in her group as well, what she came from. And then Remy, I got her from Jessica, from him from Spoiled Rotten Rodents. I think that's what it's called, but she's a really great breeder and I love her to death. So Remy is a beautiful, beautiful martin, and I, just cannot speak more words about how amazing her rats are and how well kept they are and how friendly they are when they come to us. So that's always a bonus. And these two are, of course, one of my lines. I have my patchwork line or werewolf line. Sometimes the Drex, you kind of get Drex in there sometimes, and sometimes the Drex are a little bit hard to tell from the patchwork until they start aging a little bit, because the patchworks, the werewolves or whatever you want to call them, their molting never ends. She's like, play with me. Their molting never ends throughout their life cycle, and it's always pretty symmetrical when it comes in. So this girly has gone through probably a million different kinds of molts throughout her lifetime so far, and it never stays one particular thing, where like a Drax, once they molt, maybe once or twice, usually the first time around, they pretty much have their short stubby hair, and it may look patchy, but it's not changing throughout their lifetime. So it's a little bit different in that aspect. And like I said, this guy, he is a Rex as well. I'm sorry, he's a Rex as well, but he's a standard. Martins are beautiful. They're one of my favorite markings, and I really want to start getting a few into my line, so I'm really excited to be working with him. And shout out to Jessica. You are awesome, and thank you so much for allowing me to take on some of your rats and continue lines with some of my beautiful females. So kudos, you're awesome, love you to death. So yeah, that's about what we got here. And here's one of my little boys. He's a little hairless boy. So I do have a lot of hairless that I work with. And I have an agouti back there, Dumbo agouti. And that's about it. I have quite a few boys and not as many girls, which is odd because I just somehow ended up with a lot of boys, because you know how it gets. Once you get a rat, you just continue on forever. But as you can see, they're all pretty damn well kept, and even though I'm breeding, I do keep them in the critter nations. I don't breed in buckets or bins or anything like that. Not that I have an issue with that whatsoever, and I think it's a great idea. It's just personally, I prefer harem cages and having activity and space and things to do. A majority of the time, once my females are pregnant, and this is a new type of technique, not my old one, so just be aware of that. My old technique was to just pair them together, one and one, male and female, typically for a week or so. And unfortunately, my actual confirmed pregnancies were pretty low, maybe once every 2 or 3 months, so that really wasn't working. So what we're doing now is I'm doing harem cages where I have one male with a few females, sometimes just one female depending on what I'm working with. And as you can see, this is one male, and then upstairs I have another male and female together. It's just a pair, and a harem cage as well. And then I keep my males and packs together, and when the males are done with their breeding purpose and I see my females are actually pregnant, that's how long we keep them together, is until they are actually physically showing. That's the new plan. So that'll make sure we ensure pregnancies, we're not guessing. So what we're going to do is keep them together, and once the males are done their deeds and the females are indeed pregnant and preparing for birth, which I'm going to take the males out, I'd say about a week before they start laboring. And we're going to take the males and move them back into their pack cages where they are with their usual group of males, not a new one, not some craziness, with the males that they've grown up with and they're very used to. So, and then of course we will very, very seriously watch them and make sure there's no fights or anything like between. But I've honestly never had issues with my males fighting, so bonus. So yeah, that's about that. And as you can see, you'll look at her and you'll see her head sway. Now, the reason her head sways is because some ruby eyes and red eyes and pink eyes, they actually have a little trouble seeing. So when you see that head tilt, there you go, like me doing that. When you see that head tilting back and forth, it's actually her scanning her surroundings so she can see them a little better before she moves forward. Sometimes she does it, sometimes she doesn't. It just kind of depends on the area she's in. Like you can see right now, she's not really swaying. There she is, because she's judging how to move in that space. So it's not actually a neurological issue, which can happen in some rats, and you will see that head rock, and that can be a sign of neurological issues, but especially when you have younger ones. And of course, as soon as I see a head rock, we go right to the vet one way or the other, just to be on the safe side and make sure there's nothing going on more neurologically and physically. But when you have the red eyes, the ruby eyes, and pink eyes, you will see this more frequently than you would in a general black-eyed rat. And the bonus here is I've been around them long enough to kind of like gauge whether it's that or not. And if it black eye swayed, of course they'd be straight to the vet because that is not normal. So yeah. I've made this video way longer than it was supposed to be. I was just going to show you my breeding pairs and then we got carried away. I got my bun over there. We're about to clean his cage out too. I'm going to do this cool wall stuff all the way around here. It's actually, believe it or not, it's just vinyl tablecloths that were like left over at Ollie's, I think it was. They were like $2, so I bought a whole mess of them. And as you can see, I'm in the basement with these guys at the moment because I don't have other spaces for them, and we will be building this room out eventually for them. But for right now, I just kind of want it like jazzed up so they can have something to look at, although I know that's stupid and I don't care. It's my way of dealing with this. So this is going to actually go all the way around both walls so that they're all jazzy and cool and have some brightness in their cages. So yeah, that's about where we're at. And if you would like to see, actually, you know what, let's just go ahead and we'll do a quick video. Yeah, you see how nasty his cage is? Oh, gross. He needs to be cleaned out like right after this video is done. You can see in here I've got some hairless and fuzzies. I actually have 2 males in this group because they're very comfortable together, they're very happy together, and they really harem well together. Like it's unusual, but they're very happy together. They're very bonded males. So I've got the 2 males in this 40-gallon, which I feel is large enough for this group. And I'm sorry, I keep saying I'm so tired. I haven't had coffee yet. So we have the 2 males, and I believe there's 4 females in here with them. And like I said, 40-gallon, large enough tank for these guys. They have lots of space, they have lots of hides. I just finished cleaning cages, so honestly there's probably going to be more added in here for enrichment, but I just haven't gotten to it right this moment. As you can see, they built a huge nest over there and it's super cute. Again, excuse my mess. Up here I have my texels, and we have a blue satin texel. Sorry, these are like, the cages are gross right now. And I have a blue pied and a black pied satin texel in here as well. Those are my females and this is my male. So we're hoping to get some cuties out of this. So yeah. Down here, okay, so this is a 10-gallon tank and it's totally unacceptable and has to be bumped up to at least a 20-gallon minimum, and that will happen without a doubt. I just cannot do it right now, so this is what we're working with. They are safe, there's not a lot in there, and I find that it's acceptable for the time being, but not long term, and this is not okay in my opinion. I know it can be in some people's, and that is totally fine, like more respect to you than anything, but for me that's not okay. So down here I have my 20, And this is what the 20 looks like. That's what the 40 looks like. So significantly smaller, but with a smaller harem, it's not that bad. So what I have in here that you can't really see because they're hiding, I have 2 males. I have a dove and a dove tan male in here. Beautiful, beautiful mice. They're just standard. There's no coat difference in them outside of just a standard coat. They do have beautiful coats. And then I have this bandit, I call them peanut butters, but bandit black tan, who is absolutely gorgeous, and she's an Angora. And there's my little dove right there. And this guy over here, this little sweetheart here, she is an Angora as well, and she is a black tan. And black tan is probably my favorite of the mice colorings. Honestly, I don't care what type of coat they have. The black tan coloring is just like stunning to me, and I absolutely love it. Down here I have a little guy. He's all beat up because he is like abusive to females and males, so we do not keep him with anybody now because he's just nuts. So he's about to get some extra enrichment. He's really sweet with people, but he's just not good with other mice. So it's just a no-go for him. He cannot be with other mice, and we're going to keep him separated, and we're going to give him a bunch of enrichment to keep him busy. He actually doesn't do it females either. He's just not cool with anybody. He doesn't like anyone. And down here, again, 10-gallon. This will stay this way for him. I don't need a larger cage for him, but we will build up so he has things to climb on here a little bit. And down here, another 10 that's going to be switched towards 20 eventually. And in here, I have a pair as well. This is my female. She's somewhere in between an Angora and Texel. It's kind of hard to tell with her. She's got a weird coat, but she's a cinnamon, and she has a head spot, and she's got a little bit of a rump white. I'm not totally sure on her. She's kind of a tough one to tell. And then I have my male in here, and he is a cream Abyssinian, and he's absolutely gorgeous. He is ruby-eyed, so that's like super cool. I just find him to be absolutely stunning. They're another one of my favorite coats. The Abyssinians are just, I love that rosette that goes to him. I think it's gorgeous. And he's got a really nice one, so I'm sorry, I'm holding the camera all weird. So I'm hoping we get some Abyssinians, but I only have the one male Abyssinian, so I think we're kind of out of luck. And like I said, there's my little female there. Now this is Tempered Gold, and this is Nessie here. And yes, I name all my mice like a psycho. So this is Moose, and he's awesome and so sweet. Oh, back up. And in here, my doves and my peanut butters. We have Peanut, who is the just plain black and tan. And then I have Reese, who is the bandit. And then we have the Dove Tan, who is Sergeant Dove Daniels. And then I can't think of his name right now. I'm too tired. And then we have Dusty Rose, who is the blue pied. And we have Lord Maine, who is my blue Texel there, the male. And then the other female, the black and white that you see back there, the black pied, she is called Sassy. I will think of his name later. I don't know why I can't think of it. There's a couple of my brains like farting. So it's kind of hard to tell who's who because I have a poor male and a poor female, or a poor black male and female. They're both fuzzies. One is called Abra, which is the male, and then I have the other male in there who is an extreme black fuzzy. He's an extreme black hairless, I believe. He's a fuzzy hairless, so he still has fur, but he doesn't have whiskers, which does make him technically a hairless, which is why I have my hairless in here as well. But you can see this little girl here. This here is my little darling, and she is called something that my brain is just like, oh, Smooch. We call her Smooch, and Smooch has no, my brain's not going to think right now, but she looks like a little werewolf, and it's so cute. She can breed. We'll see how she does, and if she has any babies that have the vitiligo, I forget what the hell it's called. Either way, you can see that. And then I have my little girl here, and one of these are called Dipstick, which has the white tail, and she's a rump white in here, rump white fuzzy. I don't know where the heck she's at, but she's in here. And then we have Radar, who is the absolute hairless female. And like I said, we have Abra and Kadabra, we have Smooch, we have Radar, and there's other females, but my brain is like a no-go right this second, so we're gonna just call it. And then of course you have Mr. Morty over there hanging out in his tank there. He's moving. I think we're gonna move him into a different cage, so he's like upstairs with me in my office hanging out, because I hate him down here. He's such a like friendly bunny, and he wants to be up in your business, and I despise him being down here because I have to drag his butt upstairs all the time to play with him, and he runs around my office during the day with some of the rats. Alright, so that's a tour of downstairs. It is a 20-minute video. This is absurd. I cannot believe we went this long. But yeah, there's the rat setup as of right now downstairs. That won't change. I just, you know, it's messy down here. I was throwing stuff everywhere. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some water in here and get some more enrichment in my cages, and then we'll be good to go for the time being. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for checking out my pairs, because I love them. And I'll talk to you later. Maybe I'll do an office update once I get that picked up a little bit. But right now I'm like total disaster. Like I said, I had back surgery, and unfortunately my kids were down here doing the deeds down here, and they like straight up wrecked my space down here. There's like crap everywhere, like legit crap everywhere. I'm not gonna show you, but it's like bad. But yeah, here's my guys. All right, ciao.